Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel, Grounded in Purpose. My name is Kara, and in this video, I want to talk about my theme for this year, which is boundaries. And I also want to talk about my vision board for 2019. So if you haven't already, go ahead and click the subscribe button and make sure you check out some of my previous videos. So let's jump right into it. So this year's theme for my life is boundaries. And it's so important for me that I'm creating boundaries as I'm shifting into this new season. I feel like oftentimes we make these complaints of people don't respect this and people don't respect that. And it's almost like, well, did you create a boundary surrounding that? Did you have conversations around those specific areas in your life? And so for me, I plan to focus on placing healthy boundaries when it comes to my time, when it comes to my space, and when it comes to my gifts and talents. And it's so important for me because as I shift into this next season, I feel like more is going to be required of me. And as more is going to be required of me, I believe that it's going to be that much more important for me to be spending valuable time with God and making sure that I'm getting clarity as I am, getting ready for God to open up some doors that, I could never imagine to be open. So if boundaries is something that you feel like you need to focus on this year, my suggestion is to really delve into the matters of your heart that need some attention, and really see what that looks like and ask God to heal those areas and to give you clarity and what to do to move forward. And so while I was praying to God about revealing, to me what boundaries will look like for my life, and healthy boundaries at that, I was brought to Luke chapter 5, verses, I believe, 15 and 16. And it's basically, at this point in time, Jesus is getting extremely popular. He is, in a place where everyone wants to know who he is. Everyone wants to be in his presence. They want to hear from him. They want to be healed from their sicknesses. But in verse 16, it says that Jesus often withdrew himself and went to a lonely place and began to be in prayer. And I thought about, wow, Jesus, who, we know was so amazing and the only begotten son, he really valued self-care. He really valued what it looks like to replenish ourselves. And as much as I love a great self-care book and to hear from other people's self-care routines and things like that, I think that our number one role model when it comes to truly taking care of yourself is Jesus, because Jesus knew what it was going to take in order for him to be effective with the limited time that he had here on this earth. And so as far as us, I think it's really important that we're effective with our time as well, and that we are setting aside that precious time that we need to spend with God and to get the clarity that we need and to become replenished so that we are able to serve in our purpose and to do God's work. And so I'm probably going to do a follow-up video really getting more deep into boundaries and what boundaries look like for Jesus, because I feel like it is so important, and it literally set me free from a lot of mindsets that I had regarding how I had to spend my time, how I had to spend my space, how I had to spend my talents. And I really think that it will really give a lot of you all some peace of mind and just some hope moving forward with your own lives. And so this is my vision board for 2019. I'm very excited about it. I will say a lot of people's vision boards, they go in with the intentions of what they want to create for their vision board. So I would suggest that you think about some areas in your life that you really want to focus on, whether it's family, whether it's relationships, whether it's a career, whether it's, your mental health, your relationship with God. Anything that you are wanting to focus on for the year, I think is really important that you know what your intentions are before you create your vision board. So if you look at my vision board, I have game plan. I really wanted to put a watch on my vision board this year because I feel like, a watch symbolizes time. And it's like, it's time to do the things that, God has placed in my heart. I also have an area. I like to separate my vision board into areas that I want to focus on. And so this area is just kind of like my area for some of the things that I want to do as far as like empowerment this year and as far as speaking. And it kind of goes into this area as well. I know I have raise your voice, show up, speak out, stay woke, center stage, like a boss. And down here in this area, I have a focus on my health. And so some of you guys know last year I did run my 10K, which was on my vision board from 2018. And I'll show you guys a little bit of that as well. Well, this year I'm going to be doing my half marathon. I didn't get a chance to do it last year as I wanted to, but I'm definitely going to be intentional about it this year. And I really know that it's going to take a lot of hard work, grit, determination, and I'm going to have to train really hard. So thank you so much to some of you guys who gave me some advice in my video about how I can prepare for my half marathon. And if you have any extra tips, please shout them out in the comment section. Moving over to this area, I love this. It says brave is beautiful, and I really believe that brave is beautiful. And don't mind this area, it kind of got messed up with a little bit of tape, but it says nothing can interrupt her adventure. And then I have my hair is a garden. So I don't know if you guys have noticed from the first time I posted my video, I used to wear a short fade, but I am in the process of growing out my natural locks, and it has been a struggle. So if any of you guys are natural hair gurus and you have I think it's C hair, the just kinkiest curl hair, please drop me a few suggestions, because like I said, once again, the struggle has been real. In addition, going back up here, and that's why I have great mood, great hair. So I'm interested to see like what this growing process is going to look like, and I can't guarantee that I'm just going to let it grow out to like this specific length, but I am looking forward to seeing what that's going to be like. Over here I have good sense, and so it's really important for me in regards to financial literacy. I'm definitely like the budget queen, and I want to share in the future some of my tips as far as creating a monthly budget. And my family and friends know that I have been harassing them with love when it comes to finances lately. And so I just want to make sure that I have good sense and that I'm able to save good sense as well in this season. And here just kind of says follow your dreams. And up here is just like my little serenity area. And so if you see, I have peace, I have joy, I have hope, I have life and love, and I have every accomplishment starts with the decision to try. And then right here I have a little sticker that says, may the God of hope fill you with all joy and peace as you trust in him. And that's Romans 15:13. So in this year, it is very important that I am able to continue to have a peace of mind, that I'm able to experience joy continuously, and that it is continuously renewed on a day-to-day, and that I just have hope and just faith and trusting in God in the future. And I forgot, down here we have book club. So, my little heart fell out. And so if you look down here, I have book club. And that's because in this last, I want to say 9 months since I've been dismissed from medical school, I have had so much intellectual freedom, and I have been able to read so many books. And so it's very important that I continue to grow my knowledge and, in different topics, and that I just become more well-rounded as this year continues on. So like overall, like I really love my vision board for this year. Again, a vision board is just something that for me allows me to have like these positive affirmations. I know some people's vision boards have a lot of pictures. Me, I'm more of a word person, and so that's why I have more words than I do pictures on my board. But it's really just a reminder for me of some of the areas that I want to focus on in my life this year. But know that a vision board it's just a start, you know, and you can't put everything on it. So regardless of how big or small your vision board is, you may want to add a layer of accountability to that. And I would do that by having a personal journal or a binder where you can continue and put more visions on, because you want to get more specific as time goes on, and you really want to make sure that you create an action plan that goes with your actual vision board as well. And I'll probably go into more detail of what the follow-up of a vision board is, and just really how to see some of your things start to manifest themselves on your board. And so again, this is my board, and what I generally do is I put it inside of this, it's a scrapbook page holder. And so this is a 12 by 12 scrapbook page. And so I'm going to go ahead and just kind of show you guys what it looks like. And so yeah, so this is what it looks like, and I just hang it up somewhere in my room, somewhere that I can see it every day, and I'm always reminded and inspired as the days go on. And so what I usually do at the end of the year is that I put my vision board into a scrapbook. So here's one of my scrapbooks. And if you can see, this is my vision board for 2018. And so I think, oh, I'm sorry, I got an extra sheet. Again, it's a 12 by 12. And so with my vision board, I love the way that I do mine is because I'll be able to see what the progress I've made, and I'll be able to have a reference for it as well. Because the big poster boards are great as well if that's what you're into, but then it's like, okay, after I'm done with the board, what am I supposed to do with it? And so because you do take time when you're making your vision board, it's something that I definitely want to look at later dates, and to have something to reference. And so this is my last year's vision board, and I just love it. I think it was just so appropriate for the year that I experienced, and even with being dismissed from medical school, I really feel like it was a good representation of the things that I was ultimately able to get through and to accomplish. And so if you see, I did have running a 10K down here, and I was able to run a 10K. So I was very excited about that. I had some Feed Your Fit goals. I'll just say the year started off wonderful. Actually, I was feeding my fit goals up until probably the end of the year. And then, I did fall off a little bit. So that's why fitness is something that I had to put on my board again. And that's okay. Just don't be too hard on yourself. And just make sure you're checking in so you can know, this is something that I have to really work extra hard on to be accountable to myself. And one thing that I really want to point out that I really loved about my 2018 board was it said, the long way will become a theme in your life, but a journey you learn to love. And I love that. And that quote is from Solange, and I absolutely love it. And I feel like it is right on with what I feel about my life. And then I have this journal on it, and it had a stethoscope. And that was something that I really wanted to focus on last year, was getting back into journaling. And so I was able to do that, and I'm very grateful for that as well. So again, this is something that I like to do. I like to take my previous vision board, put it inside of a scrapbook, and it's something that you can keep forever. And so I hope that you enjoyed going through my vision board with me. And like I said, if vision board is something that you've never done, but something that you want to focus on this year, I would definitely say go for it. Get you some magazines, have some friends, get together, have a little party, and just really talk about some of the things that you want to accomplish this year. Talk about some of the things that are themes in your life and areas that you really want to work on for the year. And I know my friends love me, but I definitely am a harasser of love when it comes to these vision boards. And so last year I had so many friends and family members create vision boards, and just to hear from them throughout the year of how things were able to manifest themselves from their boards is so amazing. I just love it. So I want to encourage you to make a board. If you want some extra tips, please feel free to write down a comment in the comments comment section. I promise I'll get back to you. And again, I hope you enjoyed, and I hope that you have a blessed week, and that you have a blessed 2019. Thank you so much. Goodbye.